boasting an 88% pass rate, which is an increase from the previous year and the highest recorded in the country's history. KZN has taken top honours with a pass rate of 90.6%. The minister announced the results of the matric class of 2025 in Johannesburg yesterday. At the bottom of the ranks is the Eastern Cape, however, with an improved pass rate of 84.71%. Free State and Gauteng rounded up the top 3 performing provinces. KZN's tertiary institutions say that they are preparing to admit thousands of first-time students for the 2026 academic year. UKZN says that it will begin issuing firm offers to successful applicants from next week. Spokesperson Noma Zondo says that there's intense competition for admission. Registration for new undergraduate students will take place from February 2nd to the 7th. The Durban University of Technology is also bracing for a highly competitive academic year. It received more than 155,000 applications for first-year admissions, but has space for just over 9,400 students attending varsity for the first time. DUT says that firm offers will be issued from today once individuals' final NSC matric results are received. Mangosuthu University of Technology's Becky Shlope has also warned that there is stiff competition for places at their institution. Nursing, education, law, tourism, shipping and logistics, and human resources are among the most in-demand programs this year. Severe thunderstorms are expected in parts of KZN today, with authorities issuing level 2 warnings. South African Weather Service forecaster Ayana Nqele says that heavy downpours will accompany the thunderstorms. The extreme northern parts of the province can also expect heavy rain that could cause flooding on roads and low-lying bridges. And finally, the United States House of Representatives could decide as early as today whether or not to extend the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act, which allows for duty-free goods from the continent. But it's still unclear where such a decision will leave South Africa amid strained relations with the U.S. since the return of President Donald Trump to the White House. The access for hundreds of products under the Act had been afforded to around 35 sub-Saharan countries when it ended in September last year. It proposes retroactively allowing countries to claw back duties paid to export goods to the U.S. since the previous Act ended almost 4 months ago. A quick recap of your top stories this hour. KZN takes top honors with a matric pass rate of 90.6%, and U.S. House of Representatives weigh in on a 3-year AGOA extension. And that's it for news this hour. Radio Al-Ansar, I am Hadra Kota.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
5 after 6 on this Tuesday morning. We're here in Durban. We're expecting mostly sunny weather. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, mostly sunny weather expected there as well. I can confirm that the humidity level is going to be enough to say, oh boy, what did I get myself into? But no, you're not going to say that. You're going to carry enough water with you. You're going to make sure you've got enough water as you get into your day and get into the lunch hour, where the humidity level is going to be, especially if you're in Durban, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. I'll give you a full weather report a bit later on the show. But as always, let's get into your intro, a little bit of dua, Surah Yasin, all of that. Next.
This Surah Yasin is brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg's leading spice and specialty retail store.
Are you ready? I'm saying,
Breakfast Rush.
are you ready?
The Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarawan.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطوي عنا بعده اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل اللهم إني أعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل والولد.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني واصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني واصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني واصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Murchison Spice, Peter Maritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Peter Maritzburg. Available in Golden Cellar and Premium White, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil Pure Sunflower Cooking Oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al-Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Radio Al Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the complaints committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za, or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willowton. Your input helps us serve you better.
Award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarawat.
I love every bit of it. I am so proud to be part of your family, the program. I love my program.
You guys are in my heart, in my car, everywhere. TBR is most amazing.
You are the breakfast team that we wake up to every morning. I think if you guys are not there when I switch on the radio, my morning would not be made.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
And I've lived with these words. And these words became even more clear when I heard this story of when our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was on his night journey. While he was walking with Jibreel alayhi salam, he smelled this beautiful fragrance. And he said, Ya Jibreel alayhi salam, what is that beautiful smell? And Jibreel alayhi salam responded, is the smell of Fir'aun's family hairdresser and her family. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, tell me the story. So Jibreel ﷺ said, one day Fir'aun's hairdresser was combing the hair of Fir'aun's daughter. And as the hairstylist went to pick it up, she said, Bismillah. Fir'aun's daughter said, you mean my father? She said, no, I mean Allah, my Lord, your Father's Lord, the Lord of the heavens, the earth, and the universe. And Fir'aun's daughter said, can I tell my father you said this? And she said, yes. So when Fir'aun, the Zalim of all Zalims, heard this, he summoned the woman. And while he was sitting there in his arrogant ways with his advisors, he said to the hairstylist, oh hairstylist, look at the way he addressed this woman. She was nothing to him. Oh hairstylist, who is your Lord? And she replied, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. Fir'aun smiled. And he said, go home. So the next day, he sent his guards to get the lady and her children, her 3 young boys. And as she walked into the room, Fir'aun was standing there next to a cauldron. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah has described this cauldron as being so big that a cow could fit into it. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah has also said that there was water so hot in this cauldron that it was spitting out and the water was hitting the ground. And Fir'aun said, oh hairstylist, who is your Lord? And she replied, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. And his guards dragged her child And he was kicking on me, screaming on me. And they grabbed him and he threw him into the boiling water. And he was screaming at me, and me. And Fir'aun, this Zalim, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam described this Zalim as being the biggest ever Zalim, the biggest tyrant ever to walk the face of this earth. And this Zalim said, oh, hairdresser. And this Zalim said, oh, hairstylist, who is your Lord? And she said, Allah. Imagine this mother just saw her child melt, literally melt in front of her eyes. And he grabbed the other child and he threw him into the water. I can only see my mother when I hear this story. And this Salim said, who is your Lord? And she replied, with hesitation in her heart this time, imagine the pain. She said, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. And they grabbed her baby and they hung him over the cauldron with boiling water. And her heart was saying, oh Allah, what shall I do for Allah? Oh Allah. And then a miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This baby, this infant said, Ya me, oh mother, don't worry. We are in heaven, we are in heaven, we are in heaven. We are in Jannah, we are in Jannah, we are in Jannah. And she said, Allah is my Lord. He is my Lord and He is your Lord. And he threw the baby and he threw the woman. Allahu Akbar. Look at the elevation of this amazing woman. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, heard of her story. Who are we to say who is better in front of the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
TBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. It is 6:29. And Nesmir, I catch some things that was Umar Isa.
It sounds so much like him.
It does. If he sang a little bit, maybe we would have recognized a bit more. I don't think that was Umar Isa, though. This morning's Nasiha, the biggest tyrant ever.
Alhamdulillah, food for thought. And that background, sound also kind of made it flow like Umar would. Exactly. I was very confused.
For a second, it did sound like it. I don't think it was him, but anyway. It's your breakfast rush. This is Radio Al Ansar that you're locked into worldwide on Facebook, on YouTube, and on my TikTok as well. As we get into this morning, if you've just tuned in, Assalamu alaikum to you and welcome on into the breakfast rush on this Tuesday. It's the 13th day of January 2026.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. It is the 23rd of Rajab 1447.
Hey, there's a moon sighting program coming up in about a week or so.
Yes, there is. And payday also.
There we go.
The one that everybody has been waiting for so patiently.
How have you survived? How did you do it? What did you do? A lot of people asking those questions, but then a lot of people weren't listening back in November and in December when we were telling you, just chill with your spending. Just chill. Keep aside that which you would need for January because, well, it is coming around. And here it is. We're into the middle, more or less, of it. And are we good?
Alhamdulillah.
Are we good? Are we surviving?
Trying.
Okay. Are we meeting that mark? I mean, listen, there was a little small, tiny little favor that was done at the beginning of the month where the petrol price kind of went down a bit.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a favor, honestly.
Alhamdulillah.
And Did the rent go up?
You know, I'm going to use your words.
Yeah.
With great difficulty.
Oh man, the Arabian Queen, assalamu alaikum to you. Good to have you on the program this morning, Trisha, out in Dundee. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar. As we get through this morning, if you're on our socials, please do share. Just on the bottom end of the screen, somewhere down there, somewhere. Yeah. Just look down there. There you go. There's a share button. Click it, and let's see how many people we can bring in. Just onto the socials. We've got Facebook going, we've got YouTube going, and my TikTok going as well. Good to have you in and watching. Today, we're going to change things up just a smidge, just a little bit, where we'll start round about 7:10 with Brother Altaf Rauf, who comes back after the December break with our legal feature. So just a smidge after 7:10, he'll be here. And of course, around about 7:40 this morning, because yesterday everybody's social media timeline was flooded with messages of congratulations to young matriculants that had done pretty well. We've decided it'll be a great idea to bring in a tertiary institution to give you some insights into tertiary education. So Regent Business School is going to be with us around about 7:40 this morning, talking about what they have to offer to students fresh out of high school.
Looking forward to that conversation.
It's going to be an interesting one, I tell you that much. Now, I wanted to touch on this one here, where the Minister of Basic Education yesterday announced that more than 656,000 learners passed the NSC exams. We'll touch on it after traffic, because you're on the roads and you're going to find out what's happening there.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Fantastic to have you here. Congratulations to you on passing matric. About 35, 40 years ago. I know that there wasn't any social media at that time for you to post that you passed. So did you post yesterday? Yeah, passed. All those
No,
years.
you see, in my time, there was not 30% pass.
There was no...
There was 50% pass.
Yes, you needed a minimum of 50% to pass.
And we had to work hard.
Exactly, and you didn't get a bachelor's or a diploma. At that time, it was either you just passed or you got an exemption.
Okay. But you either had an exemption or a senior certificate.
Senior certificate. That's what it was called. There you go. Anyway, what's happening on the roads at the moment?
Like broken down on the N3 as you're going towards Peter Marisburg, just before the M13, 2 lanes reduced to 1, so just approach with caution there, please. Very misty conditions in the Moiraba area as you approach the toll. Visibility is down to about 10 meters, so please approach with caution. Very, very misty conditions in that area. Very nasty and serious accident with multiple casualties. Auto Road near Albert Street in Cateridge. 3 or 4 vehicles involved in this one, so there's going to be delays in that vicinity. How do you capsize a car on a state road? I really want to ask the driver. N2 southbound after Clear Road Bridge, vehicle overturned, driving on the left-hand side. But the traffic is going to be slowing down with this accident that is taking place. So please approach with caution. Traffic is building up in that vicinity. Allow for extra traveling time, please. That is your... Okay, another one. Hans Detman Highway. Top of Hans Detman Highway. You got an accident there as well with a vehicle overturned. And 2 or 3 vehicles involved in this one as well. At the top of Hans Detman. So people on their way, they have to sort it out. Traffic lights not working. M1 Higginson Highway. Mobeni Heights. M1 Higginson Highway, Mobeni Heights. That's one. Other one is Havenside Drive and Higginson Highway. We've asked for pointsmen to go there, so please, the pointsmen are there. Just comply with the hand signal. That's your first update.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Soup. You take it easy. We'll catch up later. Assalamu alaikum.
The weather Update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right, mostly sunny weather expected for Durban today at 29-degree high at lunchtime. Pietermaritzburg, mostly sunny, 32 today. Margate, a cloudy 29. Richards Bay today, partly cloudy, 32 degrees. Ladysmith, a sunny 33. Doesn't get that humid out that way there, so it's going to be that dry heat. Sunny 33 in Ladysmith. Johannesburg, a sunny 27 if you're landing there around about lunchtime. Cape Town, mostly sunny 27 degrees. Outside of South Africa, Lilongwe in Malawi, a cloudy 26. Karachi expecting haze and a 27-degree high. Mecca, Medina expecting haze and then a clear day up to 30 degrees in that part of the world. Dubai today, sunny 25. Perth in Australia, a sunny 31 degrees at the moment. Galway Island, showers expected there and all of just 7 degrees at their lunchtime. It's gonna be a little bit of a nippy one out there in Galway Island. Gaza City, Palestine, partly cloudy, 16. And yes, they're still in the middle of their winter in that part of the world. It is your breakfast rush. This is Radio Al Ansar, broadcasting out of Durban in South Africa. My name is Nishal Sarwin. Her name is Nasmira Kasim. And did you observe social media through the latter parts of yesterday as people were just sending through congratulatory messages? I want to say hi to Segi Murugan, the comedian who's busy watching in on TikTok at the moment. Hi, Segi, how you doing? It was good to see you at the Souk, the Durban Summer Souk over December. Anyway, let's get back to that. Did you notice all of those congratulations messages?
I did. It was exciting. It was nostalgic as well.
Right.
Because I saw pictures of people standing, students standing at the garage. Hundreds of them, literally.
Garage.
Yes.
Oh, the newspaper story.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone around bonnets. There was actually a video I watched where there was cake on a bonnet. And then a whole lot of students that don't actually know each other.
Right.
Were just celebrating and indulging in this cake. And it was lovely because you also have parents and family members and then bystanders that just, kind of take in that experience.
People got in on the excitement, so to speak.
And then I did that many years ago. So it was just beautiful memories.
Minister of Basic Education, Siviwe Gwaruba, yesterday announced that more than 656,000 learners passed the NSC exams with KwaZulu-Natal, this province, mind you, the top province with 90.6%, Free State in second place with 89.33%, and Gauteng in third place, 89.06% pass rate. This year, the national cohort achieved a remarkable pass rate of 88.1%, reflecting a steady improvement from last year's 87.3%. The announcement was met with a blend of celebration and concern, highlighting the hard work of the students during the year marred by controversy. Sir Gwarubi, who addressed a media briefing held at a church in Fairlands last night, commended the class of 2025 for their hard work, despite the recent exam cheating scandal involving 40 students or learners from Tswana.
For me, I just recognize the part where you say KZN was first, because I cannot remember the last time that actually happened.
It was a couple of years back where KZN won on that list of top 5, and it wasn't so much fun.
We can boast now. Anywho, outside of South Africa, the administration of the United States President Donald Trump has continued to threaten Iran with military attacks, saying that airstrikes are one of many options being explored as widespread protests put the Iranian government under growing pressure. The White House press secretary Caroline said yesterday that it is always the first option, but that military attacks are currently on the table. Large-scale protests and riots have rolled in Iran, with security forces responding with a lethal crackdown over the last several days that is estimated to have killed hundreds of people.
Take a deep breath and listen to this one here. right? You know, in South Africa, there's this saying in our political circles and what have you, right? They say, pay back the money, pay back the money. You get off it.
Yeah, to family members, to neighbors even.
Yeah. So it happened not so long ago where Democratic Alliance leader John Steenhuisen was accused. So the update to the accusations and what have you, all of it is that DA leader John Steenhuisen has been cleared of allegations that he abused a party credit card following an internal investigation by the party's leadership. So the DA's federal executive met yesterday to consider the matter and accepted findings that found no evidence of misappropriation of party funds. It was previously reported that Steenhuisen, who serves as Minister of Agriculture, had a default judgment granted against him in the Cape Town Magistrates Court in May for nearly 150,000 rand in unpaid personal credit card debt, despite earning a ministerial salary of more than 2.6 million rand per annum. Per annum, 2.6 bars.
So now that it's cleared, hopefully it's off the radar, but I'd still like to know what the 150,000 rand was used for, if it was. Because
that was his personal thing. The operative term is personal.
But the response here is that it's not.
But that was something else altogether. You see, this is the thing. When we start making biryani of stories, we start amalgamating stories, and then because one might be public, you want to go and question the one that is personal. Bad idea.
And interesting that, you know, ministers have public credit cards.
Where?
According to the article.
No. You need to go read that article.
They've got credit
hang
cards.
on. Put a mic off. There you go. So you go read the story again and then do a little bit of research and then come back and unconfuse everybody else.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dua to be recited in the month of Rajab. Allahumma barik lana fi Rajabin wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. O Allah, grant us blessings in the month of Rajab and Sha'ban and make us reach the month of Ramadan.
Lunchtime hits and you pull out pub and cabbage. Or that same sad sandwich mom made when you went to school. Eish. Now flip the script with the Debonairs Pizza Real Deal range. You get 6 meaty flavors that turn boring into brilliant. Barbecue bacon, Debonairs chicken, Russian, and more. Enjoy more with... Choose one of 6 meaty Real Deal flavors for just 29 Rand 90 each. Debonairs Pizza. Try something amazing.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I am Zainab. And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London. We only listen to The Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar.
Ya Nabi, 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 Ya Nabi. खूब आँखों ने तेरे दर के ये मंज़र देखे, खूब आँखों ने तेरे दर के ये मंज़र देखे, मांगते फिरते ज़माने के, मांगते फिरते ज़माने के सिकंदर देखे, या नबी मदीना 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 آپ سارا مت عالم کوئی دیکھا ہی نہیں آپ سارا کوئی دیکھا ہی نہیں آپ سارا مت عالم کوئی دیکھا ہی نہیں یوں تو دنیا میں ہزاروں ہی یوں تو دنیا میں ہزاروں ہی پیغمبر دیکھے اور نبی کون ہے تیرے در کے یہ منظر دیکھے دیکھنا چاہے جو انداز شہنشاہی کے دیکھنا چاہے شہنشاہی کے دیکھنا چاہے جو انداز شہنشاہی کے شاہ بطحا کے غلاموں کو شاہ بطحا کے غلاموں کو وہ آ کر دیکھے یا نبی یا نبی یا نبی کون تیرے یا نبی دشمن جان کو نوازا ہے دعائیں دشمن جان کو دشمن جان کو نوازا ہے دعائیں دے کر روح رحمت کے نہ بدلے روح رحمت کے نہ بدلے ہوئے تیور دیکھے یا نبی مدینہ 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 کون ہے تیرے در کے یہ منظر دیکھے پھر بلا مجھ کو مدینے میں مدینے والے پھر بلا مجھ کو مدینے میں مدینے والے ایک عرصہ ہوا سرکار ایک عرصہ ہوا سرکار تیرا در دیکھے یا نبی کون ہے تیرے در کے یہ منظر دیکھے تیری ذات ہی کافی ہے نیازی کے لیے تیری ذات ہی کافی ہے تیری ذات ہی کافی ہے نیازی کے لیے تیرا در چھوڑ کے کیوں غیر تیرا در چھوڑ کے کیوں غیر کہ وہ در دیکھے یا نبی مدینہ 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 کون ہے تیرے
It's different. Hey?
It's lovely.
It's good, it's nice. I remember that from like the late 80s, 90s. I was a smallie at that time. It's good, it's nice. Azam Qadri is the name of the artist that you're looking for on that one. The Azam Qadri, Ya Nabi being the title of the recording. It's 9 minutes to 7 here in Durban, in South Africa, wherever you are. Whatever the time is, just add or subtract. Anyway, 9 minutes to 7 a.m. And if you're on the roads right now, do take it nice and easy. Hopefully that one there just put a little bit of extra pep in your step as you get into your Tuesday. However, if you're a parent, there's some vital information for you.
Yes. So the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority has issued a warning that all medicines containing zinc and picolinate or selenium and intended for use in children must be withdrawn from the market. So SAPRA Chief Regulatory Officer Tammy Gopal said the regulator had become aware of several products being sold for children that contain zinc and selenium, despite both substances being prohibited in health supplements for minor. Now, the regulator raised serious concerns about the use of zinc in children, warning that even low supplemental doses could cause adverse effects. SAPRA Chief Regulatory Officer Tammy Gopal explains further. Let's listen.
Some of these products have been on the market for more than 10 years at least. But it must be noted that complementary medicines are not yet registered by the regulator. We will be registering products maybe early 2027. So these products have been on the market. We have communicated to the industry via our guideline in 2020 that zinc picolinate and selenium, when it is found as a health supplement in complementary medicines, should not be administered to children under 18 years of age. Complementary medicines are category D medicines. They have a particular discipline, for example, Chinese, Ayurvedic, and even health supplements that fall under these types of complementary medicines. They are different from what we call allopathic medicines or category A medicines that go through a different review process through SAPRA. These manufacturers should be licensed by SAPRA. By now, they should have received an import-export license to distribute the product within the country. And SAPRA will then undertake a registration of each product, as I said, early next year, once we finalize our regulations with the Department of Health, which is under a discussion at the moment. So secondly, apart from the license, there are guidance documents that SAPRA has issued. These are the guidelines that we have available on our website that gives applicants an understanding and an ambit or a framework of what their products should comply with. When it comes to this particular zinc picolinate, selenium, other minerals, they are readily available in our guidelines specifically related to safety and efficacy of complementary medicine. When it comes to children, they are not allowed because of the increase in the toxicity. I'd like to just clarify that we're talking about zinc picolinate, and it's important for the public to understand that it is this particular derivative that's under discussion, not zinc acetate, zinc chloride, zinc sulfate. These are allowable in children, and our guidance document does allow for these levels in children. The zinc picolinate, it's a chelating agent, the picolinate specifically, which then allows for an increase in the absorption of the zinc, thereby causing increased side effects that may be unpredictable in children. That's the first point. On the selenium, it has a narrow therapeutic window, which means the toxicity is possible in children. The fact that these products are available from the shelves over the counter, and the fact that a child may be given more than one product without supervision of oversight of a pharmacist is then a concern. So these unpredictable levels in selenium and zinc picolinate in children is what is under discussion and is concerned.
So you did a little bit of reading on this one here. I mean, there's a lot that Ms. Gopal had to say in that one.
Absolutely. But in summary, the side effects are quite harsh. So you're looking at like indigestion, diarrhea, headaches, nausea, and vomiting, which is why I think even with us, when we talk, off air, we say, read the ingredients, read the label, know what's in the product, whether it's a supplement or a packet of chips. Know what's in it before you give it to anybody.
And if there's something you don't recognize in there, listen, do some research. Just Google it.
Absolutely. And now you get those codes. You're like,
Yeah.
what is this?
What is this
Am I
code?
eating something from a periodic table? Go and Google it.
Sodium is in the periodic table. Salt is there. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum Fazila Kaji saying congratulations to all of the matriculants. Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag, Salamu alaikum. Jazakallah for your very, very nice words this morning. Assalamu alaikum. Always laka listening to you guys. Guys, MH did not find his name in the newspaper at all. At all.
Sorry.
Hey, maybe we should go look in the wanted column. But then again, MH's name would have been in the newspaper maybe about 20, 30 years ago, right? But anyway, chow some karela and calm down.
It's bitter.
Yeah?
How can one become calm after eating that?
It's bitter. Anyway, Razia Qadr, assalamu alaikum. Farida Ibrahim. Oh, she sends a message to you.
To all
I
the
feel
special
left
people
out.
in my life, may today bring you warm smiles, good health, peace, joy, and love.
Ameen. To hubby Salim Bacchus from Shawcross, a very happy birthday to you. Also wishing my kids all the best for their first day back at school from Nazira. And of course, the rest of the children as well. Brother Salim Bacchus, Baba's Little World. That's who he is, Baba's Little World.
Okay.
Happy birthday, my brother. From me, from Naz, from the rest of the team here at Radio Al Ansar as well. We hope that you have an exceptionally blessed day. He's 1 year closer to his salsa card. I'm just putting it out there.
Salams, Nish and Nas. Trust you guys are well. I would like to congratulate my nephew, Haider Ali, on obtaining a bachelor's pass. Well done. And to all the matriculants, well done. For those that did not make it, don't give up. Allah knows best. Have a blessed day. Anisa and Peter Maritzburg.
Absolutely. I want to bring in Altaf really quickly because we got to chat with him just now. Anyway, Altaf, salamu alaikum. How you doing?
Alaikum salam, alhamdulillah. How you doing?
I'm good. How does somebody pass matric and then all of a sudden they've got a bachelor's? How does somebody pass matric and all of a sudden they've got a diploma?
And that's the level of the pass.
What do you mean? So they don't actually have a diploma or a bachelor's?
Yeah. So if you're passing with if you've got a pass with a diploma, it allows you access. You've got sufficient university points to access a diploma level program.
So you don't have a diploma?
Not yet.
You can go get one.
You can go get one.
You can go get one.
Yeah.
So you don't have a bachelor's?
Yeah.
Same. Certain people did matric 3 years in a row. So they got a degree in matric.
The discussion we were just having.
Now, talking about that discussion, I got a minute to go to news. Let's get into that one there very quickly because it is a brilliant question that he posed off air, which you need to hear.
Okay, so the question that I asked, look, I don't mean to be a wet blanket.
Go ahead.
But, we have this rule that in any particular phase, I think the phases, I can be corrected,
3 or 4
is grade 1 to 3, and then you got something like 4 to 7, and then I think it's 8 and 9, and then 10 to 12.
Yes.
Right.
There's a rule along the lines of you cannot fail more than once in any particular phase.
Is that the rule?
That is true.
So I'm curious to know how many people of the 686,000, I think it is,
aged out of all the phases,
have simply been pushed on to the next phase.
Yeah, correct. You just get condoned.
Because of the rule that you cannot fail more than once. And are we celebrating mediocrity?
That was the question.
I'm posing the question quite openly.
Right.
Are we celebrating mediocrity with this pass because of the low standard, number one? Number two, how many of these people who have passed are functionally literate? How many of them can read and write for understanding?
I want to be able to say all of them, but then just with your preamble, I'm finding it difficult to say all of them.
The number that's put out of 686,000, when you think about it, is a very misleading number. I honestly think we need deeper analysis into that number. The average mark of each child, a statistical analysis, a distribution curve. Maybe it's too early for that discussion.
It is.
But it's something to get people thinking.
Exactly. Now, the rule at home, and I'm not saying that you have to do this at your home, The rule at home for me, because this is what I went through when I was at school, if you're getting less than 50%, you didn't pass.
I agree with you completely.
So the rule at my house is 60. If you're getting less than 60%, I'm not going to punish you, like, take away stuff and what have you. But I'm going to sit you down and make it known that you know less than you should know on a particular subject. Because at the moment, if you know 30%, you can go on.
Yeah.
Which means you don't know 70%.
Yeah. What happens when you now hit the tertiary level?
Exactly.
Where your pass mark goes from 30 or 33 or whatever it is to 50.
You can't cope.
Correct.
The expectation of you has essentially doubled.
Yeah.
Are you going to pass?
So I think whilst the department has set a level that they're quite happy with and accepted, this and the other for them, in our homes, we need to raise the bar. And whilst we're raising the bar, we need to provide the support. As parents,
Absolutely.
as caregivers, as grandparents, whomever we may be, uncles, aunt, anything, we need to provide the support for the extended bar. So if we took the bar from 30%, made it 50% or 60%, wherever we put the bar, we need to provide the support for those youngsters so that they can reach. Because we know, and I'm putting everybody's mics off now because I'm going to say this on my own. We know the classroom is too full and the teachers cannot give individual attention to 50 people every minute of every day.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, KwaZulu-Natal education authorities have welcomed the release of the 2025 National Senior Certificate results, emphasizing the impact of targeted academic strategies in supporting learners across the province. Good morning, I'm Tabile Duma. KwaZulu-Natal education authorities have welcomed the release of the 2025 National Senior Certificate results, emphasizing the impact of targeted academic strategies in supporting learners across the province. The 2025 matric results were announced nationally yesterday, with Basic Education Minister Sibuya Kgalube reporting an overall pass rate of 88%, the highest in the history of the examination cycle, and noting that KwaZulu-Natal led the 9 provinces with a 90% pass rate. Speaking on behalf of the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Education, spokesperson Muzima Hlambi said the results met expectations based on sustained interventions throughout the year. Staying with local news, KZN Transport MEC Siboniso Duma has confirmed that 63 scholar transport fleets in the province have failed the recent safety inspections, putting the safety of 77,000 pupils at risk. Dabezinhle Sibiya, spokesperson for the department, said the inspections began quietly on Friday and continued over the weekend. He said that the inspections are taking place at more than 26 satellite stations across the province. Sibiya said the exercise is aimed at ensuring the safety of approximately 77,000 pupils attending nearly 400 schools. Sibiya said that they are focusing on driver permits, tires, brakes, seat belts, suspension, and the overall condition of the vehicle. According to Sibiya, a total of 198 fleets have been inspected so far, which included 143 buses and 55 minibuses. Of these, 63 fleets failed the inspection, comprising 43 buses and 20 minibuses. In more news, the MK party has removed Colleen Makubele as parliamentary chief whip with immediate effect, but she retains her seat as a member of parliament. The move announced yesterday is part of a broader leadership restructuring ordered by President Jacob Zuma and the party's national officials. The changes signal a tightening of internal discipline within the MK party as it consolidated authority and prepared for an intensified role in parliament. Makubele's exit as chief whip has been accompanied by the appointment of Mabato Mokwena Zondi, the NCOP chief whip, as acting chief whip to oversee caucus governance and liaise with the speaker's office. Simultaneously, the party confirmed the removal of Mpiaki Limba from his role as a treasurer general. Brian Melife has been appointed as Limba's successor, bringing experience in public administration, finance, and organizational leadership. The city of Tshwane's 800 older municipal vehicles will soon go under the hammer with a view to rake in some much-needed revenue, but the DA has expressed doubts that the exercise will yield the actual benefit that the municipality is hoping for. This follows an announcement by Tshwanemiana Sipimoya, who said on social media that the city would sell off its vehicle fleet due to maintenance costs, with the revenue earmarked for municipal operations. The auction, scheduled for next month, is anticipated to attract interest from various buyers, potentially providing a much-needed booster to the city's finances. Moya said the identified vehicles are currently stationed at various depots and that selling them on the second-hand market will be a more practical solution. But the DS20 mayoral candidate Celia Brink has warned that Moya is mistaken if she thinks that the sale will generate a significant revenue for the municipality. And finally, United States President Donald Trump has said that countries that engage in trade with Iran will face a 25% tariff on any business done with the U.S. Trump announced the decision in a social media post yesterday, stating that it was final and conclusive, but offering few additional details. It's not clear which countries might be affected, but major economies such as Russia, China, Brazil, and Turkey all trade with Iran, which has been roiled by widespread anti-government protests and riots over the past week. Iraq and the United Arab Emirates are also important trading partners, according to the database Trading Economics. In recent weeks, Trump has cracked up pressure on Tehran and threatened further military strikes on the country should it fail to abide by the U.S. demands to wind down its nuclear and military programs. In June, the U.S. bombed 3 Iranian nuclear facilities as part of a 12-day war initiated by Israel. According to legal experts, U.S. strikes on Iran likely constitute a violation of international law. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 41 cents, to the euro at 19 rands and 12 cents, to the pound at 22 rands and 10 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 38 cents. Gold is trading at $4,592.84 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $64.04 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with the headlines at 7:30. For Radio Inside News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. We spoke about this accident earlier on the N2 southbound Upper Road Bridge. Now, this is creating a problem on the N2 with traffic backing up all the way past the M21, passing Nanda Road going towards Queen Nandi. Just allow for extra traffic jam there, please. N3 westbound, about 500 meters, the M7 before Balvo Road off-ramp, car in the left lane broken down, so there'll be delays. Overturned vehicle on Hans Getman Highway after Wingen Road, this is in Chatsworth, Shotwell, so there will be delays in that vicinity. Now, if you're traveling on the N3, a lot of people have gone back home, but there's still some people traveling. About 30 kilometers for Villiers. Visibility is down to about 3 cars in front of you. That's about 10 meters in front of you. The mist is absolutely thick. So you got to be very careful driving there, please. Truck tires burst. That's on the M21 bridge. Coming out of Newlands in Anda, going over the N2. That's where it's stuck on that bridge itself. Accident on Dumasane Makaya near Quadabeka Robots. 3 cars involved, so there's delays coming out of the area. Please allow for extra traveling time. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. We'll catch up with you later. Assalamu alaikum.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation, it is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031-208-1601 and make a difference one loaf at a time.
At Regent Business School, innovation, inclusivity and excellence come together to shape your success. Our globally recognized institution surrounds you with academic experts and industry leaders who inspire transformation in your career, your life, and your legacy. Discover an affordable accredited qualification designed for the future world of work. Regent Business School, a proud member of Honoris United Universities. 2026 registrations are now open. Visit regent.ac.za today.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
As school opens, School Matters, in partnership with Save Hyper and Radio Al Ansar, is calling you to help a child step into the new year with confidence. We're collecting school uniforms and school shoes, new or gently used, to support learners in need. Drop off your donations at Save Hyper 362 Victoria Road or at Radio Al Ansar 240 Ortman Road, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 3 p.m. Let's come together, uplift our community, and make a real difference, one child at a time. School Matters, Save Hyper, and Radio Al Ansar, because education starts with dignity.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it is 13 after 7 now. Our attorney is Brother Altaf Raouf, the director of a Durban-based law firm with a specialization in labor law. Has his LLB degree obtained from UKZN and also specializes in criminal law, civil law, and is somewhat of a general legal eagle. You heard him earlier. Assalamu alaikum once again, Altaf, and welcome back after the December break.
Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum to listeners.
And today, well, this week, as we've already begun the discussion, this week marks two significant events in the education sector. On one hand, the class of 2025 has just had their mocks released. On the other hand, the class of 2037 are taking their first steps into school this week. In between, every other grade returns to school tomorrow as well. And in a nutshell, the education journey continues. So, Altaf, what happens if a child does not have a place in school?
So, I'm going to answer this question in the context of public schools because, you know, we've had this discussion repeatedly that private schools operate differently.
On a different level,
you know? It's a service you pay for, you know, when you go to a private school. Now, theoretically, hypothetically, we should never have a situation where a child does not have a school to go to. Every child has an inherent constitutional right to a free basic education. I'm using that word basic. Basic is...
We'll get into what basic means.
Grade 0 to 12 or grade 1 to 12.
Yeah.
Up to and including matric.
Right.
That's your basic education.
Where do they get the free thing from? Okay, no, leave that. Leave that. It's a discussion for another day. Go on.
So, for whatever reason, I was waiting.
Wait, hang on. Everybody just waiting. That's waking up.
No, not waking up. There were a couple of points I was waiting for.
Buffering. Yeah.
I'll have to cover. But anyway, for whatever reason, a child does not have place at a school. What should the parents do next?
Now, you know, every school has a area that they service, a geographical area. So what you need to do is you need to approach the relevant schools in your area and place your name on the waiting list. You also need to bear in mind that it is now super last minute. I mean, school starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? You need to get hold of the Department of Education, your relevant district office. Say to them, listen, this is my child. This is my child's details. My child needs a place in grade 8. We have not been able to obtain a place. We need your assistance.
Right.
the Department of Education is now obliged.
That is the DOE, Department of Education, right? Obliged.
They need to take down the child's details.
Right.
And now go looking, contact the schools.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have place for this child in a certain grade?
Mm-hmm.
And place the child into an appropriate school.
A number of organizations have been very, very vocal about children with a lack of proper documentation and them not being allowed to attend school this year. What are your thoughts on that?
No, the thing is, children need to be educated. Right? It's an inherent right. It's a constitutionally guaranteed right.
Yep.
They should be allowed to attend school. Right? In fact, I actually saw something from the Department of Education the other day.
Yep.
This was an official publication, which says that the official policy is that such children who lack the proper documentation must be allowed to register and attend school whilst the necessary documentation is being sought out.
Okay. Now, on what basis can a child be refused admission to a school?
Now, to my knowledge, which may be wrong, there's only 2 grounds on which you can refuse.
Right.
The first I've already mentioned is that you have a feeder zone. You have a certain geographic area in which
Generally speaking, it's 5 kilometers around the school.
Look, I'm not certain. I'm not certain about it, but generally speaking, a school in the CBD area, for example, caters for children from the CBD and the surroundings.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to use an extreme example that a child from maybe Camperdown or Cato Ridge shouldn't be attending the school in the Durban CBD. They should be attending something in their area because it's their feeder zone.
Yeah.
And the second basis is that the school is full. However, I'm using the word full in inverted commas because very often what the theoretical limit of what a school can take and what actually happens are 2 different numbers.
2 different numbers. Indeed. And then obviously that's a conversation that we need to delve deeper into as the year progresses. But for now, late last year, we spoke about the withholding of school reports. And you told us that it is totally illegal for reports to be withheld on the basis of outstanding fees. Now, what if a school refuses admission or refuses to allow a child to attend on the basis of outstanding fees?
Firstly, this is a huge no-no. Schools should not be doing this. It really shouldn't be happening.
Again, we're talking,
public
schools.
A public school cannot refuse admission of the child on the basis of outstanding fees. You also have other common grounds that come up. The previous year's textbooks have not been returned. So we're not let's say you were grade 10 last year.
Yeah.
You never returned the textbooks.
Right.
So we're not going to allow you to attend grade 11 this year. It shouldn't be happening. Whilst I understand the difficulty that the school encounters, with those missing textbooks, which we now need to replace, you can't be punishing the child by depriving them of the education. The other thing is you have a stationery list that's not fulfilled. And I know you spoke about this last week, I think it was.
Yep.
I was in the car driving when I heard this discussion about, how ridiculous some of those stationery lists have become. Are you sending the child to school to learn, or are you sending them to school for cleaning classes?
Yeah.
The context of some of those lists.
Yeah.
Again, if you don't have everything on that list, the school can't say to you, you can't go to class. If things of this nature are happening, raise it to the principal. If you don't get any joy there.
But isn't the principal the one that's making the rules? How are you going to complain about something to the person who's causing the problem?
Theoretically, yes, but you go to them and you say to them, listen, you're not supposed to be doing this.
Right.
This is against the law. If you don't pull your socks up, we are going to the department. And then you go to the department and the principal must face the relevant consequences.
Look, these processes may take a while, but the ball rolls or the wheel turns. Albeit slowly, it does turn.
Eventually you get there.
Yeah. Now, If you have a question that you want to ask Altaf on your own, this is how you get a hold of him.
You can drop me an email. The email address is altaaf@raooflaw.co.za. I'll give it to you again, altaaf@raooflaw.co.za. Might take some time depending how busy I am, but I will respond to you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I took my fish for a walk. What is that email address again?
altaaf@raooflaw.co.za.
Okay, I sent you an email. Go check it. 21 minutes after 7. Thank you very much, Altaf. We'll chat again next week, around about 7:40.
Pleasure as always.
Waalaikum salam.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great tradition just tastes better.
Your hits, your sound, your station, your TBR. Monday to Friday.
Elevate your style with Al Noor kurtas and fragrances from Potent Ice Perfumes, exclusively available at Al Ansar Shop. Visit us at 207 West Road or call 031-208-1601. Experience the best in fashion and perfumery. Al Ansar Shop where elegance meets fragrance.
Your future success doesn't wait, and neither should you. Choose the institution built for the next generation of leaders. At Regent Business School, teaching goes beyond the classroom with immersive learning experiences and cutting-edge learning centers across South Africa. For over 25 years, we've offered accredited, affordable education that transforms careers and lives. 2026 registrations are now open. Visit regent.ac.za today. Regent Business School, a proud member of Honoris United Universities.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
School starts tomorrow. Get your devices ready for those assignments and those homework searches, like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 FE plus the Galaxy Tab A11. You get 2 devices on the 40 gigabyte data plan for 729 rands per month over 36 months. That's 20 gigs anytime, 20 gigs night owl, and we give you a 10 gigabyte data per month for your second device. That's 5 anytime and 5 night owl. Keeping on the Android list, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 plus the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 FE. Now that's the second device. It's a 40 gigabyte data plan. 629 rand per month gives you 20 gigabytes anytime, 20 gigabytes night owl, and it's 629 over a period of 36 months. We throw in 10 gigabytes per month. That's 5 gigabytes anytime and 5 gigabytes night owl on your second device. Keeping in the Android line, 2 Honor pads, that's the X9, 15 gigabytes data, 7.5 anytime, the other 7.5 will be at night. It's an 11.5 FHD large screen with a 5 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. This is an Android 13 device. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of ROM. 499 rand per month over 36 months, or get the devices at 6,099 rand each if you'd like something prepaid. We also have the Honor Pad 8A on the 15 gigabyte data deal, 379 Rand per month over 36 months, or prepaid at 4,299 Rand each. On this device, the Honor Pad X8A, both of them, you'll get 7.5 gigabytes anytime and 7.5 gigabytes night owl. That's on your first device. On the second one, we'll give you 10 gigabytes per month. So 5 anytime and 5 night owl. A little bit about this device. It's 11.5 FHD screen, same 5 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front, and it's an Android 13 device. If you prefer the Huawei range, then we'll give you 2 of the Mate pads, the SE 11-inch, 15 gigabyte data deal, 379 Rand per month over 36 months, or you can choose prepaid at 5,499 Rand each, saving you a whopping 2,520 Rand. What are we giving you on these Huawei Mate pads? 7.5 gigabytes anytime, 7.5 night owl. The device itself, it's got an 8 megapixel rear camera, a 5 megapixel front camera, 128 gigabyte storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM. The display is 11-inch and it's an Harmony OS 2.0. The second device, we give you 10 gigs of data, so 5 anytime and 5 night. There's Oppo's, there's Vodacom Smart Tabs, and there's your Apple products as well. Get more information. Walk into one of our stores today.
This feature on the Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0, Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
The Shahada, the Salah, the Zakat, the fasting, the Hajj.
My deen. This is my deen.
The Shahada, the Salah, the Zakat, the fasting, the Hajj.
My deen. This is my deen. Once upon a time, I fell in love with her. Everything I did just for her. She was my queen, our love was like a movie. Didn't wanna cut the thing. She was my day, I was her night. She was my right, I was her guy. She was my soul, I was her mate. We'd be together till the end. But then she took a knife to my back. She broke my heart in too many pieces. I hear you saying the words too cliche, but your words won't take away the pain. Nothing made no sense to me. She was meant for me, yeah. Then my life took a crazy mad turn now. I hit rock bottom and I tapped out. My babe, got me through it. My babe, help me through it. And I tell you something about this girl that I knew. She was so fake like a Tory and I knew that. But look at me thinking she was all that. Yeah. I was trapped in the Dunya's love, and everything was a game. Dunya played me. Then I found my king's true love, and nothing ever was the same. Everything made sense to me. It was destiny. Yeah, had to go through those ups and downs now. Then I found my Allah and I bowed down. My faith, got me through it. My faith, help me through it. My faith is the only thing that helped me. I prayed to Allah and He saved me. Now I'm winning cause I got my faith. The matcha made me find my faith. And if you wanna know about my deen, we have one God, that's my deen. And I'll find a messenger, that's my deen. The Quran and the Sunnah, that's my deen. My faith, got me through it. My faith, help me through it. Oh, 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 oh.
TBR, it says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Peter Maritzburg. That is what Umar Issa sounds like.
Same. I still want to know who that was.
We'll never know. We will never know because here in the system, it says unknown.
Okay.
Literally, there are so many instances, boys and girls, uncles and aunties that are listening in right now from wherever you are, right? There are so many instances where you guys send through an inquiry, what's the name of the artist and what's the name of the track? And it's embarrassing to say, Angas. So we don't. We just ignore
Curiosity
you.
is dangerous.
Yeah.
I am going to Shazam that Nasiha and find out who that is.
All the best.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, DA strong woman Helen Zille has warned party leader John Steenhuisen and former Minister Dion George to cease and desist their public squabbles or face a removal from the party. The Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System, widely known as the Madlanga Commission, is set to resume its public hearings on the 26th of January. And finally, Pakistan has strongly condemned Israel's decision to recognize Somaliland, calling it a violation of Somalia's sovereignty and a destabilizing move for the region. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
This traffic report is brought to you by BYD Durban, proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
TBR, it is your last traffic update for the morning. Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. So if you are traveling on the N2, you are being southbound, take the M21 ramp, that's the Inanda Road ramp, because the traffic is still backing up considerably on the N2 southbound due to the earlier accident taking place just past the Clear Road Bridge. Traffic is severely affected, almost at a standstill. Just use the M21, which is in Under Road, and from there go left towards Sikau Lake Road onto North Coast Road, and then from there into the city centre. And then you can join the Southern Freeway or the N3 back onto the N2 again. Accident on the N2 northbound between Chippa Road and Prospecton. You've got 2 or 3 vehicles involved in this one, so there's going to be delays on the northbound page as well. Just allow for extra traveling. Now, remember, we spoke about this earlier on. It's still very misty conditions in the inland area this morning, especially in the years. The mist is very, very thick. Even at Moy River as well, very misty conditions. I believe as you're going up Town Hill as well, it's starting to become misty and foggy as well. So please, if you are traveling on the N3 this morning, extra caution while you're driving out there, please. Your final update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. You have yourself an exceptionally blessed day.
Lots of blessings. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum to you as well. Traffic brought to you by these folks.
This traffic report is brought to you by BYD Durban, proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group. Come visit BYD Durban at 950 Amgeni Road. Explore electric and hybrid vehicles that offer comfort, safety, and long range. BYD is one of the world's largest EV and hybrid vehicle manufacturers. Our experienced team knows BYD models thoroughly, and they'll guide you through features, financing, and trade-in options. Book a test drive and feel the power of BYD. Stop by BYD Durban, 950 Amgeni Road today. Our team is ready to help you find the BYD that suits your lifestyle. Proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
At our bakery, freshness is baked into everything we make, from rustic sourdough loaves to soft paninis, cheese rolls, and gourmet donuts. Discover the freshest artisanal bakes, warm and golden straight from the oven. Ensure there's something fresh for every occasion, whether it's dinner, a get-together, or simply something special for the table. Visit our bakery at Checkers Saxony Westwood. Checkers Saxony Westwood. Butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
اللهم بارك لنا في رجب وشعبان وبلغنا رمضان.
TBR, where you wanna be when you grow up.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
So the conversation for South Africa over the last good couple of weeks, and most definitely over the last 24 hours has been education, and everybody and then is saying congratulations to children in the family, people in the area, our extended community, congratulations as well. Not so many people saying, hey, what are you doing next? It's gonna go. You've done so good. You've done well. You've got such good symbols. You put in the effort. You put in the time and energy, and you through the trick. And here you are. What's the next plan? Tell you what, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube right now, you would notice that we have Dr. Ridwan with us on the Breakfast Rush this morning. The Director of Services at Region Business School, and he's here to tell us why they've got the plan for you. Wherever you may be thinking tertiary education, you're thinking about taking your life to the next level, you're thinking about improving your education, setting up the CV, all those things and so on. They have for us today. Dr. Ridwan Aswad. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and to all your listeners and to all the matriculants, we wish you well, we wish you all the success, and inshallah make it easy for all of you to gain what you like to get, and make it easy and give you an easy path to your success, inshallah. But thanks again to Radio Al Ansar for having us again and sharing our ideas and our thoughts around how the matriculants can succeed, inshallah.
Dr. Matric results can bring relief, can bring disappointment or uncertainty. What message would you like to share with the listeners listening right now and processing their results?
Yeah, I think, people are always anxious and they feel like, what, we've written the matric and what's next. I think there's a mix of emotions. Kids will go through a mix of emotions, but I think that's completely normal. You're not sure what you want to do, you're not sure where you want to go, but it's important for the learners to remember that these results don't define who you are and where you are. It's just it's a first step in your career or in your journey of life. So one should reflect on this as like your chapter 1, but it's not the full story. And what matters is what you do next. And there's so many successful professionals and people that we know out there, even in our own community, who've started off in one part and ended up somewhere else. So with the right guidance, with the right plan, and just having faith in Allah that He guides you, I think those are the important things. And he's made it possible for Region to be around to kind of provide that guidance to you. So I think there's multiple ways to achieve your goals. So there's nothing too serious for them to worry about. But I think embrace the moment, enjoy the moment, and just look forward.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Doctor, for learners whose results weren't what they hoped for, how does Region Business School help them see that there are still clear accredited pathways forward?
Yes, and you know, as we say that, you know, you get your matric with a certificate pass, with a diploma pass, with a degree pass. So Region Business School is there for the learners no matter which pass they have, right? So they should always not be despondent. There's always opportunities. Degrees are not the only end result. That's the end result. But you know, learners can start off with an accredited or higher certificate, then work or diploma, then get into a degree and progress from there. Now, you know, these accredited pathways allow learners to study and gain academic confidence in your higher certificate program, and then you develop further from there into your degree and the like. So it makes a real, you know, we try to make a difference by also giving the learners an immersive experience, not just the theoretical. We have immersive centers that we have where the students are exposed to a whole lot of other activities and the likes. And we've got all of these things set up for the learners. So there's lots of immersion that we talk about to real life kind of scenarios and what's going on. So there's always that pathway to success, inshallah.
I mean, how does Region's approach allow students to progress over time from entry-level qualifications through to degrees and postgraduate studies?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting question because, you know, it's also for lots of your listeners who, it's not only for matriculants, but people who are wanting to progress in their careers as well. So what we start off with, and this is the basic level, is you start off with a higher certificate or diploma, then you get into a bachelor's qualification, and then you get into a degree. And one big example or a good example that we could talk about is, you know, everybody wants to become a CA or an accountant and the like. So one can start off by doing a higher certificate in accounting. They get into a BCom accounting degree, which is SAICA endorsed and SAICA accredited. And once you finish from there, you go and do your PGCA or your honors, and you can get the designation after you write the board exam of CASA. But there's also another designation called the AGASA, where you don't have to write the board exam, but you get that designation as well. So these approaches are lifelong and allowing you for success right throughout your academic journey and beyond. So there's lots of opportunities, there's lots of ways to get you into a program. And also for the adult learners as well who are out there, you may have a first qualification or you're thinking about getting into a qualification. We have what we call the RPL route, which is recognition of prior learning. We have other opportunities for them as well to get involved in there. There might be guys who are really good at accounting, or might be marketing, might be finance, might be operations, might be supply chain, and they're wanting to improve their qualification, and we have that opportunity available for them. So, you know, it's always there.
As a final question, learners or parents that are listening to you right now and still unsure about that next step, how can they connect with the Region Business School today to get guidance and
I think there's multiple avenues. Number one is they can physically, in those that are in Durban, I know you've got a listenership that's quite wide. So those that are in Durban, they can come to our offices, which is 35 Samora Mashal Street. The old name was Aliwal Street. We have our advisors and our available for you. The other one is to get onto our website, region.ac.za. You will see all our qualifications. You'll see the team. And those that are listening from out of Durban, we have an office in Johannesburg, in Auckland Park. There's in Pretoria, there's in East London, there's in Cape Town. So we've got multiple places where you can reach out to. And all of this information is available on our website, www.region.ac.za. Or they can just pop into our offices at any time at 35 Samora Mashal Street. Come, let us talk to you. Let's talk to your families. Let's talk to your kids and give them some direction. And inshallah, they succeed and become what they dreamed of. So we're happy. We are available. And I think what the most important thing that we say is surround yourself with success, surround yourself with people that want to see good in you. So inshallah, we're ready for you. Pop in, talk to us, and inshallah, we can help you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ridwan Ashford, for valuable information for our listeners this morning, to them, to the parents, to the grandparents, then be sitting down with these youngsters and having these conversations, providing that information for those conversations as well. Bless you.
Thank you. Take care. Salam.
Walaikum salam.
There you have it. Information is what we need to make educated and informed decisions. And there you have the Director of Student Services at Regent Business School giving you information that you could take back home to those conversations with the youngsters and say to them, hey, listen, consider this.
Absolutely. I love it. Alhamdulillah, because there is always an option. And that's what makes it beautiful.
Now, I want to bring Altaf back into the conversation, right? Just before we end the show for today, because we've done what everybody else was doing. And I pride myself on ensuring that TBR does a little bit more than what everybody else is doing, right? So we've given praise because it is due. We've given praise to those that put in the hard work, etc., and came out with their name in the paper, came out with their pass, whether it was certificate, diploma, whether it was whatever the case may be. We've given everybody their praise, and it is due. So there you go, you have it. I want to talk about the other side of the coin now.
Okay.
And I want to let you know, if you wrote Matric 2025 and it didn't work out the way you wanted, maybe you went through some personal struggles. Maybe at home stress levels were a little excessive. Maybe you grew up too late and you were just too naughty and you didn't do what you were supposed to do, right? Maybe you're one of those guys or girls or whatever the case may be that just got caught up in peer pressure, in gaming, in social media, in nothing.
Life's distractions.
Exactly. And things didn't work out the way it needed to. But you've matured since then a little bit more. You started thinking a little bit differently. And then you get a fail. We're here to let you know that that is not the end of the road. We are here to let you know that you have options, that you have support, that you have something in your hands maybe that could make you a very successful individual. Now, success for different people is defined differently, right? So let's get the lawyer, firstly, to weigh in on what is possible for those that did not pass Matric 2025.
Okay, so I want to share my personal experience from my Matric year.
Right.
Which was 2008.
Yeah, a few weeks
and I know I'm disclosing my age and everything, but yeah, Matric 2008.
Right.
I looked at my marks and I was like, these marks don't make sense. Because you know your level of understanding. You know how you walked out of each paper.
Correct.
Yes.
And I sent a couple of papers for remarking. I sent 4 papers for remarking. Every one of those 4 papers moved on to the next symbol.
Wow.
Look at that.
Right. My English mark specifically was a mid-60. And we looked at this and we said, there's absolutely no way that I got a mid-60 for English. After the remark, it came back as 83.
Wow. So
it jumped 2 symbols.
Sending papers back for remarking is an option.
Sending papers back for remarking is an option. Right? You know, you wrote these papers, you know how you performed during the year. If you honestly believe that a remark is worth it, go for it. You've got nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
And look, I don't know if this is still the case, but back when I did it, if your mark moved on to the next symbol, the remark fee was refunded.
It still is.
I don't know if it still is.
It is, yeah.
Okay, it still is. So look at remark, look at it as an option, right? Also, I know you do have these matric finishing schools. If things didn't go like you wanted to, you can rewrite matric. You can go to those places. And academics is not the be all and end all of it. You know, I was having a discussion a couple of weeks ago with somebody about coming out with a degree versus going into a trade. There are some people who are very good with their hands, but are not academically inclined. Two specific trades, plumbing and electrician.
Yep.
Those two you will never not need a plumber. You will never not need an electrician.
I know.
You know, so somebody actually had a discussion with me the other day.
Yeah.
Where do I see the future of the legal field? You have AI.
Yeah.
AI is coming in. AI is theoretically going to be able to generate documents. AI is theoretically going to be able to draft your affidavit or draft your particulars of claim or whatever it is.
What are we, 5 years away from that happening? Less?
Look, some people are using it to some extent already.
Unsuccessfully, I would assume.
I will never do that. I will never use AI to supplement my work because I don't trust it. To me, when I read something and it's AI generated, I can tell this is AI generated. It doesn't flow the same.
Correct.
As
I think we're veering off topic for a second there. But there you go. You got remarking as an option. And there are possibilities of your matric finishing schools where you could go in. You don't have to go to the actual school, like sit back in classroom or whatever the case may be. But then matric finishing school where you could go and redo matric and rewrite. Those are two options now from Altaf, our resident attorney. Now, our resident onderwijzer, teacher. Options for people that didn't get what they desired or needed to get matric 2025.
So someone always told me to have faith in your ability. And I think it's as simple as that. To believe in yourself. I'm going to echo Altaf's sentiments on one point, which is the rewriting. There always is a chance. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yes.
Rewrite. Value yourself. Don't sell yourself short.
Absolutely.
And you'll be fine.
There you go. So it's 7 minutes and counting now to 8 a.m. Trisha out in Dundee says, I sent my daughters for remarking and her symbols changed as well.
Yeah.
There you go. That's an option. Thousands of people use that option annually. Now, for me, it's, and I want to pick up on what Altaf was saying with regard to tradesmen, right? I know personally know of, and this guy's a family member, right? So it's a story that's close to me. This fellow was the naughtiest bugger at school. The naughtiest bugger at school. He could easily be described as a rubbish child. Honestly. No, I'm being honest. This guy he was naughty. He used to talk back to the teachers. He was fighting. He wasn't doing his homework. He was terrible.
And I promise you his name is not Nishal.
No, I'm not talking about me. It could be. No, I'm not talking about. But he was a rubbish child. Today, he's the owner of an electrical company.
Alhamdulillah.
That has 4 vehicles. He's got 10 employees. He's running municipal contracts. He's doing private contracts. He's doing contracts with estates that, you know, when they're building these estates and what have you. And he's an electrician.
Fabulous.
He got out of matric. One of the uncles said to him, come here, you. Put him under his thumb. Took him and taught him how to connect A and B cables and what. 5 years later, he says to his uncle, I want to try this on my own. Got a little bucky. Now, he got the skill, got a little bucky. While he was with his uncle, he did the necessary trade tests and learning and all of that. 1 vehicle, him and 1 assistant. Today, He's got a little company where he's employing people. He's contributing to society. He's contributing towards other families, meaning those employees' families, all of those things. And again, I'll go back to, he was the naughtiest bugger at school. He was that one that came to school arguing with the teachers, not doing his homework, just being a degenerate, basically. And today he's there.
Situation is what you make of it.
And he's not the guy that would sit down till today. Not the guy that would sit down with pen and paper, a tablet, a computer, as you were saying, not academically inclined.
Yeah.
He's not interested in that, so employ somebody to do it.
Absolutely. But it's who the teacher and the lawyer would call if we need an electrician.
Exactly.
And going back to what I was saying, AI will never be able to replace.
AI can draw you the schematic.
Yeah.
It cannot connect it for you.
Correct.
It can draw you the whole plan for where your piping system's supposed to be for your water, your shower, your toilet, your sink, your this, that, and it can draw you those things. It can never do the installation, not now anyway.
Absolutely. But even those things, you're going to have to go and verify.
Exactly. So, boys and girls, working with your hands. These two instruments, these tools that the good creators given to us, free. It came with the body. Free. Working with them can be the most fulfilling thing that you can do. A lot of people work with their hands, and a lot of these people come home with dirty hands, and they've been out there in the sun, they're sweaty, this, that, and the other. But I tell you what, the cleanest money you can make. Listen to me carefully. The cleanest money you can make working with your hands. That's it for the show for today. I'll say bye-bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Where that came from. Anyway, thanks, Naz.
A lot of people will put pressure on you. I just want to say, do what you love.
Yeah.
And be the best version of you.
Salah times for today would be...
Salah times for today, starting off with a Zohar, will be 12:11. So 11 minutes past 12 midday. Asr Shafi 20 to 4. Asr Hanafi 5 to 5. Maghrib at 4 minutes past 7 this evening. And Isha at 34 minutes past 8.
That's it for the breakfast rush for this morning. Tomorrow morning, we're going to school. You coming?
I have to.
You have to come? I thought you want to come to school tomorrow morning.
Yes, please.
Put your tie on.
Maybe I'll come.
Maybe you come to school tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, first day of school. I'm not inviting Mondley. No.
So exciting. Nishal's bringing Milo.
Yeah, I'm bringing Milo. No. He's not coming either. But tomorrow, first day of school, we're going to go play with the tiniest little people at school and figure out who's going to be crying, whether it's going to be mum crying or the little fella crying. One of the two. There's always tears on the first day. We'll join you there. Do good, be good. Have a beautiful Tuesday.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil